So I just, came back from the garden. Well, it's actually the next day. But I have to tie some of these herbs up. I thought I'd do it with you. So, I have some mugwort. I just gave her a little haircut, just kind of like trimmed her up around the edges because she's coming into the path. And I harvested a lot of lemon verbena because I have learned over the couple years of having her that she will die back into the ground. And if I don't harvest everything, then I won't get any because she won't stay green. And in some places, people just have to replant her every year because she doesn't make it. But I'm lucky enough that she will come back every year where I live. So I just absolutely love it so much. It smells so good. So I'm gonna tie it up. I haven't taken the kids out yet today because I've been cleaning this morning, but they've been playing and stuff while I clean. I gutted this whole place. Like when I used to do my videos, I would sit at the table. No more. I took the chair out. I took the table out. I took everything out. This whole place is empty. The only thing in here is the sink counter and the stove. So the whole floor is open so that they can play. In the winter it rains and rains and rains and rains and rains, and it can get boring. You're just stuck inside. So I gutted the whole place so that they can play and have fun. So I might show it to you guys. Kind of picky about this is the internet, Got me some spider web. Keep your spider webs. I'm lucky I get all kinds. I get all the spider web I need. Let's put it right here. Stay there. I get all the spider web I need. These are the smaller ones. This one seems like it can go all by itself. Yeah, so I went around and there's a store that I go by all the time when I'm riding my bike to the garden, and every time I go there, they're closed. And I just happened to be going by yesterday, and they were open. It's just a little plant store, But they had some pansies, and they had lemongrass, and I really wanted to get some lemongrass, but lemongrass won't come back. It'll come back for some people who probably have a house where they can bring it in and do particular things with it to keep it alive, but so far for me, 3 years in a row, that's not how it works for me. So I didn't get any, but next year I want to do a lot of lemongrass, like a lot of lemongrass. And there's some other, I have big plans, and I want to do a video talking about some of the things that I've learned this year. gardening. See if you can see me better. There's my girls outside. So I got my little thing right here and I tie it up. So I tried to, I was gonna redo my hair, and I think so far my favorite is Splat's Midnight Amethyst, but it seems to be a lot of people's favorite. It seems like my favorite things are a lot of people's favorite things, and that's annoying because they're always gone. Then I just hang this. Get there. Some things that I've learned and some things that I'm thinking about doing next year. I told you guys about the arches that I want to do. I want to do the arches, but a cattle panel is at Home Depot. A cattle panel is 20 bucks. And so I want 3. So that's 60 bucks. And then I guess you need the stakes and stuff. So that's like, I was gonna do rebar, but I've been like, when I take walks and I look at other people's gardens as I'm walking around and stuff and see what other people are doing. And I see people are using like these stake things. They're not like rebar, because rebar is just like a pole, like a metal pole that you can jam into the ground. These are like stakes that have like hooks, I guess, coming out of them all the way up, so you can hook fencing to it. I suppose that's what it's for. But I think those would be the best. They look the best for like what I'm gonna do. It seems like that's what most people are doing when they're doing the arches, and so that would mean that I would need 4, 8, 12, maybe 12 of those stakes, and I have no idea how much those things cost. And yeah, so it would be an expensive project. So I would have to start saving for it, because it would probably cost and I have to factor in everything, because I want to do it next spring. I don't want to leave the arch out over winter without it having been used once, because you just never know with that garden. You know what I mean? People just last week somebody went to the other side of the fence where I have another gardener friend. They went to her side of the fence. They cut the whole entire fence, like from top to bottom, and just spread it wide open. They went in and they stole every single hose from the garden, and they stole some other things. And there was another gardener who did a watering system, where you put like hoses underneath the ground with like a little connection, so you could just attach the hose to the connection and turn it on and water your plants. And somebody went into his garden, I think this was 2 years ago, stole his entire watering system. Like, literally took the tubes out of the ground and took his entire watering system. And that's, you know, it's just, that's where we fucking live. And those are the kind of people, you know, it's pretty sad and pathetic. But, you know, if I'm gonna spend this much amount of money on garden stuff, I don't want to do it and then leave it for the winter and then show up in the spring and all my fucking shit is gone, you know what I'm saying? So, I guess I could, oops. So I'm probably going to do that next spring, but I have to take into consideration everything, you know? So I buy, now I've learned that in the spring, it's 25 bags of manure, which costs me close to $30 once in the spring, and then once in the fall. I just finished spreading manure for the winter, and so that's like $30. So it's like 150, 60, 70, 80, that's like 180. And then obviously, you know, I'm gonna want a planter too, you know, just the way it is. I'm thinking about possibly doing another black lily next year, because either somebody stole it or it just didn't come back. And I'd like to think that it just didn't come back, but I see other people's lilies coming back, and mine didn't. And I don't know what happened. I try not to, you know, you get that feeling when you live in a place like this, where it's like anytime something goes wrong, you'd like to think that somebody doing something, somebody fucking stole it, because that's 90% of the time what's happening. But I just be like, I don't know, maybe it died, maybe somebody stole it, who knows? You know, there's plants in my garden where you put them in a place and they hate it. They're just like, no, bleh, I'm gonna die. And then you gotta dig them up, put them somewhere else, and then they're like, oh, okay, I like that. So it could have died. Oh. It could have died, but yeah, I don't like to just constantly sit around and think that people are fucking just stealing my shit, because a lot of times they are, and just can create mental health issues. So, plus, you know, I got so they'll go get them. I'm not too worried about that. I've put up my protections. You know, the occasional thing will happen, and I know that it's being handled. I know that some of the things that have gone on this year, I can tell that there's been, I can almost tell, at least I think, who may have been doing it, because they seem to have gotten a string of bad luck. But like I said, I don't like to just blame without knowing, because it's not okay. You might have thoughts in your head, but you can't just go around blaming because you have thoughts. You know what I mean? Because maybe your thoughts are wrong. You know, I've made an ass out of myself before, thinking something and just jumping straight to it before I had any proof of stuff, and made an ass out of myself. So try not to do that anymore. You need to sit back and relax and take a breath and look at things, understand what's going on. So I got those all tied up. Got me a little bit of, this will be my tea for tonight. Smells so good. So, and then I have my mugwort. My raspberries were leaning really hard, so I just decided, fuck it, I'll cut the leaning parts off. Maybe I'll get some more raspberries before winter is over. And I wrapped them up so that I could ride on the bike. And I don't know why I didn't think about it, but some of the raspberries got smushed into the mugwort. But it's okay. I don't care. It's my mugwort. It's not like I won't give anybody raspberry mugwort. It's my mugwort. And so, I've been learning some things about raspberry leaves. And so I'm gonna keep these raspberry leaves. I have a small pile over here. I'll pick my raspberries off. My raspberries taste like roses. Please don't step on my plants, okay? Thank you. My raspberries taste like roses. Oh, so yeah, I think I'll do a video on things that I've learned this year. I feel like sometimes I should carry around a notebook about things I want to talk about, because sometimes I sit down and I want to talk about things and I can't remember what the fuck they were. Like, I was doing something in the garden yesterday and I was like, I'm gonna talk about this, and now I can't remember what it was. Mr. Odin, Mr. Thor, Mr. Odin, Mr. Thor. So, can you see my broom? It's cute. It's attached, but my little witch. I want to put a thing right here so that it would like cover this and it would look prettier. Thinking about doing that. Trying to figure out. It's hard for me to try to figure out videos to make in the winter, because I have a lot of videos that I can do in the summer, because I can take you guys to the garden and stuff. But yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know, I can be funny. I want to share things with you guys, but then I'm like, this, in reality, you guys are the freaking public, you know what I mean? And I don't know you. You don't know me, I don't know you. You know what I mean? This is a crazy ass world. You don't know who's crazy. Sometimes you just gotta be careful of what you're sharing. Like my banana in the shot. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta be careful what you're sharing, because people people are weird, and so I do spend a lot of time sitting around thinking, oh, I'd like to show you guys this, and I'm like, Plus, I think it's because I'm a Scorpio, I have a problem sharing. Not sharing, like, I'm actually really good at sharing, but not sharing my personal stuff. I'm really good at sharing. I think I'm the best sharer in the world. Yeah, so I have a hard time trying to figure out stuff to talk about that is just like stuff, things I'm comfortable talking about to people I don't know. Like, I watch YouTube, I see, and it's cool. I've made a couple friends. I'm talking to a few of you, and that's super cool. But still, like, even though we don't know each other, you know what I mean? And that's like a big thing I think we should teach our kids is be careful with the things that you say. Be careful parts of your life you let out, because you don't know. You don't know what crazy ass people out there, what the hell they're thinking. I've learned many life lessons, and once I was married and my husband made the mistake of telling his mother that we had a family. Say within about 3 months, that entire family was gone. So, I'm funny about telling people stuff. Yeah. So, that fall's coming, so it's getting back to crocheting season. I'll be doing some crocheting. I have lots of blankets that I'm in the works making for people that I love. And some sewing projects. I'm really excited about that because for the longest time I couldn't do any big sewing projects because I didn't have like a good enough flat space to like do a big project. Like I could have kinda did it at the table, but I can't sew like this. I need to be like sitting down on the ground and doing it like that. And so I'm really excited about that because now I have a place where I can sit down and sew. And last year, I finally got the pattern that I want for making dog jackets, dog sweaters, and raincoats. And so I'm gonna start practicing that, and maybe one day I'll have some pretty cool coats and jackets and cool dog stuff, some collars. I was thinking about making some catnip witch hats, or maybe catnip ghosts, and selling them around town. I think that would be kind of cute. Just like some felt. I guess I could use felt, but I'm so particular about velvet. Like velvet is my fabric. That's my fabric. That's what I like. So I was thinking maybe some little velvet ghosts or witch hats, or I don't know, something. I've been following some crochet people. I forget where her Etsy is. Well, I'll share it if I find it. I can't remember. But there's this girl, and she makes the freaking cutest little crocheted spiders. They're just so fucking cute. One day I'm gonna have some of those. But yeah, just figure out what, try to figure out my comfort levels of what I share, and try to share some stuff. It's painting. I got a new painting that I haven't started yet. I actually got it last year, and I put it in storage and busted it out. So I'm gonna probably be working on that. It's mostly like winter time is mostly working on jewelry, doing sewing and crocheting, painting, and then summer is like pretty much the garden and plant stuff and playing with the kids, having fun, going swimming. So we'll see. My sunflowers didn't turn out like I thought they would. I thought they would be much darker. And I sat down and I packaged and labeled, hand wrote like 60 packs of seeds. And I was gonna take them to a plant place and sell them, but I labeled them as black cherry sunflowers. And I wouldn't say that, because you're getting all kinds. You're getting this color. There's some rusty ones. There's some kind of stripy ones. There's some that are like almost like pink champagne. There's some oranger ones. I got one full yellow one. Actually, somebody else got a full yellow one too. And I think that is mislabeling, personally, because if you were to buy a pack of black cherry sunflower seeds and you got a yellow sunflower and a pink sunflower, an orange sunflower, I'd have to say that that's mislabeling, because it's not black cherry. So I have all these seeds, and they're still very pretty, and you get a variety of things, but they're just not what I said they were on the package. And so I don't know if I would have to like relabel them as like sunflower surprise or something like that. But yeah, so I have a bunch of other ones that are for sure black. They're not sunflowers, they're black pincushion flowers, and so I don't have to relabel those. But yeah, so that's a big old thing. And I put my flowers in here yesterday, and I was supposed to put them in water when I got home, and I didn't. Now they're wilty. That's okay though. I just dry them. I've been following some other people who are doing dyeing things with flowers and making flower dyes, flower inks, things like that, and I think that's super cool, and so I might get into that a little bit. Hello, spider. Where are you going? You can stay here if you want. You can stay here if you want. Better find a cozy place to be, though. That's it. I don't know. Figure it out.